So I was banned on TF2's Reddit page. In fact, more than just TF2's Reddit page, the entire webpage of Reddit itself. For those of you out there who aren't already aware, there's recently been a huge hate burner towards me on Reddit, fueled by people who just don't enjoy my content. If you were to enter the TF2 subreddit, you're likely to see dozens of posts claiming I've done all sorts of things. And some of these posts are actually valid criticism which I can learn from, such as critiques to editing and thumbnails. However, most of these posts are extremely malicious, containing false accusations without any form of proof, as well as starting witch hunts and harassment. Now, I'm all about criticism. If someone is genuinely trying to help me improve my content and suggesting things to change, I'm very grateful of that, and I 100% take it into consideration. However, there is a bold line between giving criticism and blindly harassing and hating someone. A way that I usually separate these two things apart is by checking their use of profanity, if they're acting aggressive, if they're creating false claims, sending threats, or sending the message with a malicious intent. And it's really unfortunate that the majority of these posts being made regarding me are these hateful and destructive messages. Now, a creator being harassed online is absolutely nothing new, and normally a sign that you've actually made it. This becomes a problem when the group of people construct a thing that's called a mob mentality. A mob mentality describes how people can be influenced by peers to adopt certain behaviors on a largely emotional rather than rational basis. And in this case, the behavior is maliciously spreading false information, bullying, slander, and extremely distasteful comments. I usually do my best to avoid these posts, I really do, but it's gotten to the point where any post created lobbing hate towards me gets quickly upvoted, and the comment section turns into a pit of toxicity, and anyone agreeing that they hate me or calling me things like slurs gets upvoted, and anyone admitting to enjoying my content or dare say actually likes me gets downvoted into oblivion. Upon these mixes of individuals, there's people who haven't even heard of me, whose first impressions are just seeing people complaining on Reddit acting like I've been killing puppies and eating babies in my spare time. Now, usually this type of community is easily squashed by good mods who remove hateful and harassment related posts when they are created. I mean, even if we go take a look at the rules of this subreddit, we can clearly see that they quote, excessive targeting or harassment of individuals is unacceptable, as well as no witch hunting. However, even with these rules in place that the targeted harassment continued, the moderators have seemed to take minimal action, and things are way out of hand, with hundreds and hundreds of posts just blatantly insulting me just because they don't enjoy my content. Now, I think it's pretty stupid to have a personal hatred towards someone based on videos they create. I really do think some people need to learn to split the creation from the creator sometimes, but we can talk about that later. And I'm not going to paint myself as perfect. Like most of you, I am human. I make mistakes, and I've made many in the past, believe me. But just like you guys, I learned from these mistakes, and none of these mistakes were ever made maliciously, and none of them have really ever harmed anyone. When I make a mistake, my first move is to figure out what I did wrong. Next, I look how I can improve next time, and finally, I try my best to take accountability for it. Now, I'd say the main mistakes I've made would be these things. Now, keep in mind, most of these were over a year ago, and have already been sorted out. But here we go. So, last year, I didn't credit people when I made meme compilations. I pretty much just went onto Reddit, downloaded all the memes I could find, put them in a video, and posted it on YouTube without crediting everybody. I've also misworded my titles. For example, when I created the video called TF2 is a port, when in reality, people were just actually recreating the game in Unity, whereas I thought that was called porting the game. I also created a shitty meme called Skunt Gang, and some shitty animations to go along with it. And of course, Twilight. But to be honest, that situation was mostly his own fault. I don't personally think any of these things listed justify the amount of pure hatred and harassment sent towards me. In fact, I believe the things currently being said and done by members of this subreddit are much worse than things I could have ever done on my channel. I feel like creators of the TFT community don't get treated as humans. They get treated as a robot who is designed to create content to entertain them. And when it doesn't entertain them, they try to punish that robot by being hateful, spreading rumors, and overall trying to make their online life as horrible as possible. People in the community act as though they're entitled to be entertained, and if you dare not to entertain them, or you dare to think something that they don't think, that you're just a bad person, you're a bad creator, and you deserve everything that gets thrown at you. But in reality, most of us creators, like me, are just a teenager sitting behind a computer playing the game they enjoy and making videos because they enjoy it. Some people out here claiming that I'm only making Team Fortress 2 videos for money and for profit, but in reality, if I was just on YouTube for money and profit, I wouldn't be playing Team Fortress 2 in the first place. In fact, the niche of TF2 pays so badly that I think it would literally be a bad financial idea to even try making videos on it if you wanted money. And it's part of the reason why you see popular TF2 content creators becoming editors and doing other work outside of making videos. TF2 videos just aren't that profitable. Plus, why would I be making a video on a game that hasn't been updated for like 3 years? I probably could have grown an even bigger channel playing a popular game such as Minecraft or Fortnite, but instead I chose the game I love and I've dropped over 3,000 hours into, called Team Fortress 2. However, let's take a look at some of the posts people have made and debunk them as fast as possible. And to note, I won't be doing posts of just people swearing at me or calling me slurs, because it's really pointless to show that in the video. Okay, so neither of these servers are official, and TFT Chillzone is not a WAMO fan club. It is simply a standalone TFT community that's owned by me. And Valve doesn't even have an official TFT Discord, but if they ever want to create one, they can always contact me and get the link. Okay, milking TFT subjects. Not exactly sure what he means by this, but if he's talking about videos regarding bots, I actually did some calculating and found that 92% of my content actually has nothing to do with bots. So I find it really interesting that people try to say that all my content is just talking about bots, or that I only post bot related videos, when that's actually far from the truth. The stolen content, I believe, refers to the meme compilations I made over a year ago, which I'd already deleted and apologized for. And I agree, that was a stupid mistake and I should never have done it. Also, I'm not a cheater. Anyone who watches my content will know that I'm actually very against cheating, and I'm always looking for solutions and working with community projects who take a stance against cheating. Now, I could sit here for hours debunking posts, but I'd rather skip to the post which became the tipping point of this whole situation, and most likely the post which finally got my account banned on Reddit. Now, before we read this post, let's read some backstory on the post behind it. This user was a past moderator in my Discord called TFT Chillzone, and he was kicked from the staff team from being very inactive and not being civil in chat. He amassed several warnings in his time in the TFT Chillzone. The more major warnings regarding sending gore and staff DMs, sending not safe for work messages in chat, as well as leaking early access content, which is only available to the Patreons of my channel. A week or so after being banned from the server, he went to Reddit and created a post called Important Information of really how scummy WAMO is, with the intention of defaming and spreading lies of how he was treated in TFT Chillzone, as well as demonizing me as a person and my thumbnail process. Here's what he said. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm an ex-staff member from WAMO's Discord server TFT Chillzone, and had access to his donors club, where he would post early access for his videos in early access. I mean, showing some versions of his thumbnails for upcoming videos and asking viewers which one of those they would basically click on, as a poll for more efficient clickbait. Now, first of all, A and B thumbnail testing is nothing new. Heaps of YouTubers do it, and it's a way of seeing what your audience likes. I really think it's a pretty bad argument to try to say that, oh, he's asking his supporters what thumbnails they like more. You know, I don't see how that's a bad thing. It's simply just seeing what people like more so that I can make the best content. Either way, let's continue. Now, to my experience in being in a staff team, it was fun. I will admit, one of his admins set up a Minecraft realm. That admin is now banned for good reasons. Anyway, WAMO literally forced the admin to give him OP permissions. By the way, guys, no, I did not force anyone to give me OP permissions. It's a bloody Minecraft server. He gave me those permissions because I was helping him build, and he decided I earned them from being the owner of the Discord server. Anyway, let's continue with the message, which just means you're like the owner amongst people of the realm and server. He threatened the admin with some stuff that I don't remember. Probably was like threats of demotion if he didn't give him operator status. The admin said that information to me, so I thought I'd share it. Alright, well, that's a load of garbage. I did not threaten anybody for a bloody Minecraft role, and the person who was saying the admin was at the time one of my best friends, so there's no way I was going to actually threaten him, as he was one of the key staff in the server. Hell man, you cheated in the Minecraft server and didn't get demoted. Do you really think I'll demote someone based on a bloody Minecraft role? Either way, this dude's pretty much just lying, saying I sent threats to him. Well, that's a lie. The dude who was talking about hasn't been online for like 7 months. He completely dropped off the internet and made new accounts and everything, and hasn't spoken to anyone from the Discord server since. So this dude again is just going out there to maliciously spread lies to try to defame and slander me. Either way, let's continue. So basically now the most important thing of this whole paragraph. I recently saw a post in the subreddit criticizing WAMO for posting very clickbait videos and contradicting himself every video he makes. So I decided to post an image of him asking his viewers to tell him which clickbait thumbnail they would click. Just normal criticism, because I know for a fact WAMO and his staff look at the server and read through Reddit posts containing criticism about him and his server. But what I didn't know is that they can't take criticism at all and ban people. Guess how I found out? Yes, they banned me for criticizing them. Alright, so now I was trying to act like we banned him from the Discord server just because he was criticizing me. Well, that's a complete lie. As you remember in the backstory, this dude was sending gore and DMs to staff, he was being not safe for work in chat, and he was being uncivil in discussion. The thing that really put the cherry on the cake here was when he leaked the content in the early access content section, and that just happened to be the one thing to push him over the edge to be banned from the server. But hey, why don't we just let him lie about it and pretend that we banned him for criticizing my content? Either way, let's continue with his message. They didn't take into account that I am literally a veteran member, was one of the first of hundreds to join before I was even TFT Chillzone. It used to be WAMO's server, which was really much better than the state of the current server. Now, what is pretty much trying to say now is that we shouldn't have banned him because he's a veteran member. Well, that was actually part of the reason why we didn't ban him after he did all those negative things in the first place. We understood that he was on the younger side, that he was in the server for a very long time, and we didn't want to lose him. But there's only so many times you can let someone break the rules before they feel like they're unstoppable. Either way, he pretty much continues his message and says that he was banned for being criticized, and then what he decides to do is leak the whole early access content from my Discord server, the content which is meant to be only for my Patreons, and just post a link to all the screenshots in the post. Now, bruh, That is seriously scummy. To have the nerve to leak all my early access content is just bloody disgusting. Now, not only did his post spread lies, misinformation, and slander regarding me, it attempted to try to create a hate mob against me, and if you look at the comment section of this post, it worked. So what I did was report to the mods about this post, so I decided to contact the mods of the subreddit once again to see if they would actually do anything about this post. I told them that this dude's leaking my early access content that is meant to be private and for my members, and I commented a long comment debunking his entire post. But my post was in about 10 minutes removed, either by a mod or just by my account being banned, and the original post spreading all this information and leaking my early access content remains. And I know for a fact that the mods have seen this because they replied to my message when I asked them if they banned me. Now, to be clear, the moderators have confirmed that they have not banned me, but it appears I've been banned off the entirety of Reddit due to having all my comments and posts being mass reported by the hive mind that has been believing these malicious messages in the first place. Also, r/TFD mods, I know you're seeing this, please take some sort of action and don't let your community turn into a shithole because of your bias. Stop letting your bias control your logic and just do your job. Peace.